One. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Leanne. Let's get this out. It's another heart-based community podcast. I'm here with my brother, Andrew Rezmer for Conscious Living Radio. Welcome, Andrew.
Well, welcome to you too.
So we're working through our next venture. It's a venture that we've been working through for many years, learning and growing and bringing this out into the community. It's a creative real estate investment network that Andrew has. It's a very big part of the financial contribution to Conscious Living Radio, and which keeps him alive and keeps him thriving and sharing conscious living events in the community, where I've been beside him, learning, growing, flowing, changing, shaping, being his student, at times best friend, and also sister. So we want to bring something to the community where both of our networks are sharing the amazing tools, tips, and transformation of how we can empower more people to create homes and create income with a holistic approach to real estate. So Andrew, why don't you start by just telling us a little bit more about the why right now at the market and why we could be learning with you and how it can benefit us in creating the home that we love.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for getting this invitation and inviting me to explore and expand it out to your network, to your friends, to your people who you want to impact. Home, in my eyes, is one of the most important space on the planet that each of us can have. Home is where we go to relax, where we go to recharge, where we go to connect with family, where we raise our kids, when we want to feel safe, when we want to feel that is stable. And unfortunately, over last many years, real estate, which is an umbrella where homes belong to quite often, became a place where people are trying to make quick buck, fast money, where there's motivated by speculation, by greed, by all those other type of energies that don't support what home's supposed to support. And this was one of the main motivations that after being involved in over 3,000 transactions that impacted over 3,000 families, I've decided to do something different. I used to be a real estate agent, real estate mortgage. I had mortgage broker training and inspection training, and I've built some properties and so on. And I've realized that this big discrepancy between what I thought home is supposed to be and how people need to go about creating one. So that's why I created this organization called Creative Real Estate Investment Network, where we learn from others and teach each other how to become an owner or how to live in a place that we can call home without necessarily having millions of dollars or the very strict qualification requirements, or without being dependent on landlord who at his or her whim can give us a notice and kick us out because real estate went up and they want to monetize on it. So that's the background behind why we're even talking about it now.
Well, there's a lot involved here as to highlighting any of the viewers that are watching, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're working with interior decorating, whatever it is that you need to do with homes, how you want to benefit yourself in learning knowledge with Andrew is that there is a very broad perspective here in his training. And so the training is very important to highlight right now also as what comes in the training, what are the aspects of methodologies that we can use to be creative. And there are basic aspects, Andrew, you can just highlight a little bit about that too, where people that are coming in saying, well, if I'm a realtor, this is how much money I make here, but what would be the difference when I come into creative real estate with new methods?
Mm-hmm. So again, I just want to kind of put it in the perspective, because in the outside world, most real estate is considered as a quick money generating protocol where you can flip properties, you buy low, sell high, where and that real estate could be that, and it is quite often. From my perspective, is how can we make it more respectful to everybody involved in the process? Because right now, for example, if you, Leanne, if you want to buy real estate, you hire a realtor. This realtor is going to make profit even if you end up buying a making bad deal, and even if you lose money in this process, he or she is going to make profit. A lawyer involved is going to make profit. Inspector is going to make profit. Everybody in this process will be paid, even if you lose money. So one of the aspects that I try to incorporate into our system is that everybody involved would be treated the same way. So obviously there are some expenses that are out of our control, but whatever we have in control, we're all going to benefit from it equally, or at least equal to our involvement or our contribution to this process. So our company is not going to make money when working with you or other people who you introduce to us, unless you make money, unless they make money. So we're all in it together. And so that money is one of the aspects that is important, because people want to replace their income. You obviously have job, and you would like to do something that is more aligned with your values, with your with what you want to contribute to this world. And so to answer your questions, if there are realtors who are serving their customers and they want to add to their existing offer that they can have, that this training will give them capacity to see that there is other options to help their clients, even if their clients do not have hundreds of thousands of dollars in down payment that normally would be required, especially in Vancouver area. There's practically nothing that you can buy for less than $1 million or a few $1 million. And so they can help their clients, even if their clients don't qualify for mortgage, and so on. So there's this another world that most people have not been trained in, or not even aware that it exists. So the purpose of what we're embarking on it, and this is not a new project. I've been doing that for over 20 years. I had multiple groups that we started over this time, and people are out there looking for properties and helping each other and working with us to implement this learning into daily practice. So the concept is, again, to kind of equalize the situation where everybody is contributing to this process, and everybody is going to benefit from the outcome of this process.
And now just I want to highlight a couple of things on the process of learning. Is it's an ongoing system that's created that can start, say, in September, whenever you figure out your timelines. When people are dedicated, is it going to be a full week, or it'll be a weekend, or it'll be a Thursdays? Because I know you did Thursdays for a while. And how long do people want to expect to be involved? Because I know the thing that I've learned with you, it's really the eagerness of each individual, what they want to take in and how fast they want to go. But let's talk a little bit about the schooling aspect of creative real estate and how they can learn that with you to help transform the changes that they want to make in their life with real estate. That's
a good question. Yes. So you can imagine that buying real estate is very complicated, potentially, and risky activity. That's why it takes lots of time and energy for average real estate agent or mortgage broker to learn all these requirements of the legal, mathematical, and other aspects related to being involved in real estate. And we are taking it beyond. So I want our joint venture partners, I don't want to call them students, because we are learning from each other. I want our team, our to know almost as much as realtors and some more on top of it. So that's why I think it's important that there's not people don't expect that they can achieve that in one weekend or one on one day. I've seen those type of workshops or opportunities where people are asked to pay $25,000 and they are promised that they are going to be millionaires within a very short period of time. It does happen, but that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is slow and very methodical process for everybody involved in the new group that we're going to create to learn the foundational knowledge, wording and language that is used in real estate, how lawyers see this process, how real estate agents see this process, how mortgage brokers see this process, how appraisers see this process, how landlords see this process, how all the agencies that are involved are their attitude towards that is. And then we're going to, based on that foundation, we're going to start adding additional information about how to structure a creative real estate deal where you don't need to have money, down payments, or qualification requirements that normally will be expected from traditional deal. So usually what we do, we start with a one full day where we do the kind of foundational work, and I will plant some seeds. I'll describe some of typical transactions that I've done in the past to give people range and kind of excitement about, oh my God, I didn't know you can buy apartment building with no money. Oh my God, I didn't know you can buy multi-million-dollar properties without money. I didn't know I can make profit owning properties in a different country or different province or different city. So that's the foundation. And then after that, we're going to, on a regular basis, and depends on the group, is it weekly? Ideally, I would prefer to be weekly. Sometimes it's every second week or once a month. We're going to have Zoom meetings where people who are going out in the field and connecting with sellers of properties are going to be able to ask specific questions related to specific deals they're working on. Obviously, if there's some urgency, our office is open every day during weekdays. And so they can direct those questions, specific questions related to specific deals. But if there is more general approach, we're going to be slowly, almost like a curriculum, where we're going to be having lessons on a regular basis. There is no time limit. It may take a year or two before someone feels comfortable to continue working on their own without taking classes. Or some people may do it faster if they already have some kind of background, they are involved in real estate already in some way or capacity. So, but usually it starts with full day foundational work and then regular classes or regular meetings throughout the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So this is going to be our basic invite because our podcast is going to become regular every week, friends. It's just an introduction for the people that are meeting me, that are meeting also with Andrew while we're prepping dates, times, and finalizing the weekly schedule. And I just want to make sure that this is getting out, and then I will create probably a WhatsApp group where we're in there of all the people I've already talked to, also where Andrew is on his side and he can add people into it. And then we can generate the perfect timeline for us to grow, learn, expand. And also it's like a family feeling. So I want everybody to understand, working with the Conscious Living Radio, working with List Out Network, putting on events for over a decade with Andrew, there is something here that when you're ready to get dedicated, there's so much more that comes tenfold. It came in my life and it came in other people that are all around us, but you just got to be ready to know this is what it is for you. The guidelines and the prep and the information and all the pamphlets, all those books, the PDFs and all that information that Andrew already has ready, we will exchange with you, and we will make the foundational investment that you're going to be making with us. For the percentage of that, when you buy your first investment with him as a joint venture, we'll come back to you. So there's a lot of rewards coming your way. I want to make sure that I'm quick and clear in this introduction while we're gaining that momentum into integrating it for the fall. So Andrew, that's our highlight for today. That's enough for us to just start with.
I think it's important for people to have a more specific information about the cost related to it and time commitment related to it, because I don't want people to think that we're in some way trying to make quick buck on them, or that we're misrepresenting or misleading them. So the training is free. I don't charge for training. But in order to attract people who are going to put enough time, energy, and effort into this process, I want them to pay a deposit. And in the past, we asked people to pay $5,000 deposit. Some say that it should now, with this situation in the world, it should be more. So it's up to you, because you are going to be the person who is going to be reaching out to your network. You decide if you want to keep it at 5 or if you want to raise it to 10. It's actually in some way irrelevant, because it is a deposit. The purpose of that money is to motivate people to stick around and to take classes and to take steps and to make phone calls and to knock on doors. Otherwise, it's nobody wins if we just provide a lesson and people nod their heads and go home and watch Netflix or watch some soccer game during the time when we have classes. So the purpose of this deposit is to motivate each person to take steps and be involved. When, as you said, after training is or during the training, our expectation is that our joint venture partners are going to come and bring some deals that they found using our strategies. And when they find those deals, we expect 3 deals to be done. The money is going to be reimbursed back to them. So this is a deposit, and it's we don't want to keep it. We don't want to use it. We're just implementing that strategy to motivate everybody to work. And I know that you've been knocking on my door for a couple of years now, asking me, Andrew, I have so many people asking. I have so many people wanting to learn how to make, how to create creative deals. And I was saying, just wait. And the reason why I was doing that is because the market was going up. And it's more challenging to do creative deals when market is booming and sellers are getting 10, 20, 30 cash offers throughout within a few days after listing their properties. And if one of those 30 offers is a creative deal that requires them to think outside of the box, why would they do that if they have cash on the table? So now my expectation is that with the changes in the economical and political and other structures in the world, that like, for example, June, number of sales in Vancouver in June is half of what it was a year ago in June. So the market's slowing down, which is going to impact our capacity, is going to allow us to talk to sellers who don't have any offers, and they need to sell for different reasons because of their situation in their life. And we will be the only person who is willing to sit down and come up with a solution that is saving them and solving their problems and creating opportunity for us as well. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved. And that is usually much easier done when market is slowing down, and which is happening right now. That's why we're having this conversation after 2 years of me calling me on a regular basis. Andrew, I have people asking me, Andrew, when can we do that?
I love you. Yeah, so that's the holistic approach to real estate with Conscious Living Radio also and the Stout Network. Guys, we're ready. And we want to encourage the people that are ready, that are hungry, that have suffered enough from their landlords, from all those other things. If you're in it to win it, you're part of the team. So join the team. We'll see you soon, and welcome to the network when you are ready to run with us. Andrew, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.